So we're on the full make size. This is your so that's the one you make the whole panel is made to that.
So 3 panels this size.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, now this how this was made was you got the three lights. The sense one didn't have the casement.
Right.
And the way this is what this ribbon's taken off, the sense one. But how this one was made, that was in one panel.
Right.
Because of they'd sort of copied, so all three were the same. Because that was in one panel with the casements, one panel, the casement, then this little top panel. Now you don't have to. If it's all going to be the same, it'd probably be better to have them to bring it down a bit. So you could bring it down to this line here.
So you think I could make it in 2 sections, do you? Rather than 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could. And do. If you were going to do that, I'd
put some strengthening in.
well, it's just, I mean, in a way, it's just, if I bring this down, it's guessing this, a bigger top panel in is, it's harder because it's heavier.
Yeah.
Um,
If you'd rather in 3 for
yeah,
for your purposes, if it needs to be 3, we'll make it 3. That's not a problem.
I'd sort of say it depends. What I know what the design's like. It kind of depends on how. What sort of leads and how heavy, how not heavy, as in
It's heavy.
Structure.
It's heavy because it's got quite a lot of frit work.
Okay.
So it's heavy, and I'm using deep lead.
Take it up to. I'll do it in 3 then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also if it's do it in 3. So you've got a bar here. So do division here.
Okay. Do you want it exactly where that bar is, or can I choose where the division
You can
is?
choose where the bars go on this.
Yeah.
On this, I don't think you can.
Okay, that's
they're
fine.
going into the stonework.
That's fine.
Now then, if you change where the bars go on, I guess it's how you're dividing up the background around the sword. Because in a way you're stuck with the structure on this top one. Because I was looking at that ironwork, and that's all sort of welded together. It's not like, obviously these are just bars. I can take these bars out and put them in somewhere else. That's not a problem. But this is a grid
Yes.
section which I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be able to say you've got like a centre bit. Having it there was really interfering with the design. I could chop out a section on the centre.
Is it going? Is it going to show behind?
Yeah, they're big.
I just don't even remember noticing them when I looked at the window from inside. But then maybe that's because it corresponded to where the lead lines. Does it? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you that picture from the outside.
You did. You did.
Um,
I've just never seen anything quite like it. So.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I wouldn't. You'd either have to be redesigning some messful work. I also don't know how that's gone in. Has it gone in when they've built it?
Yeah.
Has it gone in afterwards?
Yeah.
You know, it's.
You can't see the fixings then.
These bars will just be going in probably 10 mil into the stonework.
Yes.
Either side.
Yeah.
That could be going.
Yeah.
You know, that could. I don't know. So that's. You haven't got. Yeah, you've got less. You're stuck with that.
That's
those
okay.
Structural lines up the top. And of
Okay.
course they're basically the same as that.
Right. So I've got a line right up the middle.
So you kind of these squares. So excuse me, are the same as the squares. Up
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So that gives. So these you've got 3 of these. Made to those sizes you do 3. Now the way these all. So this is. They carry on up to this. This is the top section. This is the site size. This is. I couldn't get it out from one length. So this carries on and you've got
Okay.
location lines.
Okay.
So if you sort of,
Yeah.
you know, once you start drawing this out.
That's a bit annoying, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a tiny bit short.
So that's your. So that gives you your. That's put into the stonework. So that's site size. So you need to be adding.
Well, you tell me how much you want me to add around.
6 mil.
All around, top,
All
bottom,
around.
side, everything.
Apart from this. This is the top of your panel.
Oh, that's the top of my panel.
That's the top of your panel. And then
Before
that
I put-
triangle then will sit on top of that.
Okay. All
So,
right.
so in effect, you're adding 6 mil all the way around here.
Yeah,
When you get to here,
but that's the join there.
that's the join.
Okay.
That's. I would suggest, you know, something we might do maybe. We'd do a cut line to there, and then we cut this down. I'll just do this as a 6 mil lead here. And then we'll just fit that over the top.
So you want a 6 mil lead there,
So that
and,
you're making,
and the
yeah,
big one above it.
Yeah, so you're adding 6 mil on these sides. You're making your panel to this line along this.
Yes, so 6 mil at the bottom here, and the edges
and
at the
the edges.
sides, but that's a join to the panel above,
Yeah.
so that doesn't get the 6 mil. Those
But
get
then
the
when you
6 mil.
make this one,
Yeah. Got some interesting shapes, aren't there?
yes, yeah. I mean, I kind of quite like it because it's
A challenge.
a mod. So you do the same. You're adding 6 mil here. That's
Yeah.
the heart of your lead.
The outside or inside?
This line is your heart of your lead.
Yeah,
So
but
you need
is
to-
that the centre of the heart, or the bottom of the heart, or the top of the heart?
I mean, it's
Doesn't
similar,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But what you need to do, this will be a 12 mil lead
Yeah.
running long.
Yeah.
So that you need to add 6 mil extra onto this for your outside.
That bottom.
Because
You
this-
want 6 mil. Let's mark up those.
Because this will sit lovely like that, heart to heart. And then this 12 mil lead flaps over.
Yeah, but you've just said you want me to add 6 mil onto this, onto the bottom
Yeah.
here. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is the heart.
Okay. Would you like to
Yeah, yeah.
to mark up all the edges? That's the best way, I think.
Actually, on this one, it's in a way simpler because you're adding 6 all the way around.
Okay. I mean, some of the leads I'm using are going to be much thicker, but that doesn't matter to you, does it? I mean, I'm using 24mm for some of it.
Oh.
They want the sword outlined really thick.
I did, okay.
But that's irrelevant, really, isn't it?
The only... Use a regular...
Oh, that's not working, is it? Hang on.
Use a regular... you're going to need to use a regular lead on the outside.
Regular in terms of the depth?
Depth.
Okay.
12mm.
Okay. 12mm, but also you don't want deep heart, do you?
No, because the stonework is...
That should be fine because it fades out. So even if I'm using Tector and I've got frit in the, the bits further in, the outside should be pale.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's a new church, the stonework is actually... Yeah, when you're doing old churches, the windows have come in and out, and the rebates grow and grow.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's quite a narrow.
Yes.
Rebate.
So let's mark these up as well. So it looks like I'm making the top section in 2 panels.
Yes, that's how. That's how the existing is.
And should I put some strengthening in? Because it looks.
If you wanted, big. You could do a division here.
Yes.
And you can have it in. It kind of be. It depends how you design.
There must be a lead line there now, is there?
Yes. But it's not. That's one panel. Now, if this panel's going to be quite heavy, guessing something which is fundamentally weak.
Yeah.
Up the scaffold.
Yeah. So I might have like a stem of something there.
And we'd lap it again. So you sort of think of heart to heart, and then one flapping over the other one.
Mm-hmm. But do you want any steels inside it? If I'm doing it in 2 parts there, you won't need them, will you?
No. I mean, this, in terms of longevity, there's less, once you get up to here, there's less going on because you just got the hilts, so it's not going to be as heavy, I assume.
And in terms of adding 6mm on, maybe you could tell me what I'm doing here. Am I adding 6mm on here as well?
Yes, because these
should do, shouldn't it?
Will they just drop in? Depends.
Well, how do you get them in then? That's the thing, isn't it?
If you end up doing it in 2 or 3, you could. Maybe we'll add a bit less on here just to get around these shapes. If it's in 1, because we can't drop it in.
I'm not going to do it in 1. It doesn't seem practical for putting it in. So. I'm not going to take these straight up. They're going to be, but it's still going to make it. You're going to have more wiggle, aren't you? With that in mind, I don't know how many mil you want for those.
Just do these. Just all the way around.
Okay.
So when you do your cut, you'll say your 3 cut lines.
Mm-hmm.
You need to remember they will be sitting within this 6mm either side.
Yeah.
So when you're doing the follow-on,
Yeah.
you've got to sort of place them here rather than here.
Well, I'm adding 6mm on, and then I'm accounting for 12mm outside lead. That's what you're saying, right?
For the full make size?
Yeah.
No.
No?
You add 6mm on and that's your full make.
Yeah, I'm adding 6mm on,
Oh, then you
and then I
yeah,
account
yeah.
for 12mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
in-
it's
in
going to be
effect,
almost the same,
it's
actually,
almost
isn't
gonna
it?
be
It's like within a
halves.
mil.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's almost like a cut.
That's almost like your.
Yeah.
If you drew around that, that'd be your black.
You cut.
Whatever colour you use, your black line, then you'd have your red line 6mm out.
Yeah.
If you do
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
it's more or less, isn't it?
So that's that. This.
And this is the separation between the windows, is it?
We've got these sort of rockets.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. No, what I mean is further down where I've got my 3 panels. Is that the
This
separation?
continues all the way down.
So
This
that's
is-
that's where it's.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. That's the measurement for that.
130,
Okay.
I believe. Okay, then this is a rubbing taken from it's taken from here, and this shows you where your bars are.
And the bars need to stay there.
Yeah.
So you've.
And obviously this no,
That says bar.
bar,
What does that say?
bar.
That says bar as well, does it? So they're not everywhere where there's lead. There's slightly fewer of them.
No, yeah, exactly. That's
And I
every
might,
other-
and I'm definitely going to be able to disguise some of them with the
Yeah.
the.
No, as I said, if say you've got this one coming, you've got these two. I mean, they obviously
Yes,
all
it
just run
continues
across,
along.
and this is divided into.
So there'd be a bar up the middle there of
Yeah.
this one,
It would be the same. So, yeah, it'd be at the middle.
right?
As I say you wanted somehow this affected your design here.
Yeah.
I could chop this bit out here
Okay.
or something.
Okay.
Just to.
Yeah. Okay. And at the top, I can see where the vertical bars would be. Is there a horizontal bar at the top?
Yes. There's one.
And is it maybe it's on the? Have you got a rubbing of that top section?
You can get to that. So these come every two. So you won't have one there, and these dimensions carry all the way up to the top. So there's one. It'll be there.
Okay. And
Bar-
presumably,
bar
if
to
you
bar is-
needed to, you could take that top one out because it's quite small. Presumably, it's not doing a lot.
No, it's not really. Bar to bar is height-wise, it's heart, as in sort of heart of the
Yeah,
bar,
middle of
heart
the bar. Yeah.
is 435.
Okay.
Because as this runs up, the top square isn't a full square.
Okay. So it
So
truncates it at the
yeah,
top. Okay.
Obviously, what they've done is they've divided the lower ones into nicely,
Yes.
and then just carried those dimensions
Absolutely,
up
yeah.
and run it out.
Yeah.
Now you have this. Okay, this is just your template
Oh yes, forgot that.
for this.
Right. Okay.
Now these were, you can see that's not symmetrical, and they were, none of them were perfect, so I would do it to this, then even it up, so they're just the same.
You don't want you
Because
don't
this-
want me to do it to template.
And
Do you know
these
which
are-
side is better?
Well,
Would you want me to
this,
sp-
this was good for that one, and then as I went along, it it wasn't.
Oh, I see. They're not symmetrical with each window.
Then each one isn't the same.
Oh, I see. It's not
And
the.
that's- but
It's
that
not.
one,
It's not
yeah.
these edges we're talking
So those-
about. Right.
So that window wasn't symmetrical, but I made that template to that window.
Right.
I would look at that and say, just draw it out, split the fold
Split-
it up,
yes,
split the
split the
difference, and
difference.
just do all three.
Okay.
Because I could see there was a lot of,
Cutting about.
pointing
Pointing.
to sort of, lead.
Adjust for it. Yeah. Okay. And is it going to be clear to me? So the top of this is that the square of that,
Yeah.
rather than the midsection.
Because that's cut to the shape anyway.
Oh, it's cut to the shape. Oh,
So that would-
okay.
yeah, that's just
so
a-
that's just a nicer template
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Now then, this strange looking thing.
Yes.
You can ignore that top bit.
Oh, okay.
That's just because it's just that. That little sketch refers to this
Okay.
shape.
Okay.
So this is the sight size of the stonework going down.
Right. Right. Okay. Hang on a
So-
minute. That's really confusing me because it's looking like it's that. So let's just scribble all over that and say, big cross, ignore. That's it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to hold it the wrong way up. Although it may not matter. I don't know.
So when you have this, you've obviously got the two different, one higher than the other.
One higher than the other.
Well, the stonework is obviously thicker here than it is here.
Yes. Yes.
And so this is this point, so you'd put that in the middle here.
Oh, I'm totally confused now what you're doing.
This is,
Okay, you know what's confusing me? I think. You've drawn that way round.
Yeah.
So is that... Because are you saying this is the bit between the top and the bottom? No.
No.
Right.
This is like a gauge. I'll show you how I made this. So you had the window coming down at the top. Then this stonework came out like that, and then the window carried on here. So to get these measurements. I had
Which side of that is the window, by the way?
this is inside.
Right, that's the window
This is the
side. And
glass.
which is... This is the glass.
This is the.
And this is the pillar, right?
This is the glass. This is stone.
Right.
Yeah. So I couldn't just give you a measurement because I couldn't measure that accurately.
And where are we on the whole window here?
So this is what we're looking at is this point here.
Have you got a photo of the window?
Yeah. We're looking at this point here. This is.
Yeah.
Look at the photos. So this is the point we're looking at. Is you've got this big bit of stonework here.
Yeah.
And obviously your design needs to follow
Yeah, and which
up.
is the bit that's coming out that you're talking
Here,
about?
this stonework here. So this stonework juts out quite deeply.
Juts out.
Well, you've got the line of the glass here,
Yeah.
and then this stonework here comes forward.
And on there, where's the coming forward bit?
Here. This.
Oh, do you mean coming...
Towards
oh,
you.
right. Oh, I see.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
you can see like that, the depth of
The depth
stonework
of that there, yeah.
and the depth there.
And does that make a difference to what I'm doing?
It does make it. It just meant I couldn't measure it. I couldn't measure because of the angle as well.
Right,
See what you
okay,
mean?
okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying there was an extra bit like that I had to do. So there is something on the templates that I can't get from the templates, and I have to do from this template. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you need to know.
This is the separation between the tops. Again, is this? Let's turn it over because there was.
You need to know. This
Separation from from this to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got, just to give you a double check, I've given you both. So you've got the centre.
Centre is where on this template. Where's the centre?
Well, this
doesn't have a centre.
This side. This isn't a template. This isn't a template. This is a gauge.
Yes. Okay.
So if you wanted to work out where this panel below sits, you'd put that there.
Yeah.
That's
and this is going here.
And that's going. It'd go like that.
Ah, it's the top bit.
Yeah.
It's the top bit.
Like that.
Right. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they're cutting below.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, because
They attend crenellations. So they call this a gauge, right?
Yes.
Gauge. It's called a template.
Yeah. And again, that's going to end up sort of cut line to cut line, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's not. No. It's It's
template.
Which is pretty much cut line to cut line, right?
No.
No. Am I not?
If you're adding 6 mil on here, the cut line's going to be there.
Oh, I thought that we just said, and then because you've got the 12 mil 12 mil lead, you end up going back up again. Do you remember? Did we not say that? So you add 6 mil onto the dimension, but because you're putting a 12 mil lead on, you're moving your cut line.
You're moving your.
I mean, the cut line ends up more or less this, doesn't it?
No.
Because if you add a 12 mil lead onto there, you're adding 7 mil on.
What I would call your cut line is the size you're making your panel, your full make size.
Oh, I'm talking about glass cut line.
So Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you called it full make size.
Oh, full make size, I would say different. I'm just talking about So
I'd call my cut line full make size.
Okay. So it's just definitions. It's definitions. So this, in effect, there needs to be an extra 6 mil here, because that's the stone size, and it's not got the lead that's going into the stone.
Well, it depends what you're using to. If you're using this, just your templates, then that would be. You'd just be lining them up point to point.
Am I adding 6 mil onto this one?
Just templates.
I mean,
templates only. That's how. If you're
templates, that's how they fit.
That's how this fit in the stonework.
But you did talk about full make size.
Obviously, you're adding you're adding on 6 mil. So
this one's going to end up smaller. In fact, this gap will end up smaller because.
Yes.
Yeah.
For your full make size.
Yeah.
If you laid out your full make size.
This is like one of those GCSE questions, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's how. In reality, these three would fit together.
Yes. So long as I line up those points, this being the top of one of the vertical panels, I've made that a bit bigger according to the sizes you've written down. Yeah. And it still lines up in that way. So this will be a bit bigger here.
The lead
which will in effect make that a bit smaller, but I'm not working dimensions from that, so that's fine. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Send send you those places.
And you don't mind where I put the bars up and down because you can re-drill for the bars?
Yes.
Okay.
This,
and
send you this. See, this you can see. It's a good one. No, see, your bars are...
Oh, it's quite heavy, that metalwork, isn't it?
Your bars are there. You've got 2 in the centre.
Oh, right.
Because obviously they come like that.
Oh, I see. So you think the bars in the centre are...
Yeah, because you've only, on the side, you've only got this one vertical.
Oh, right, okay. But in the centre, they would follow these 2 lines, would they? The continuation of those?
Yeah.
That's probably worse than one in the middle, actually.
It is.
Of course.
You could take out that section.
But we'd still have this section there.
Have that top one there.
Does Ned know about that? I don't know how much you spoke to him.
I didn't see him.
Oh, okay. Did you send me that picture? Is that the one you sent me?
It was from the other side. This was... Is this from the other side? Because I went a week or so before and sent you a picture.
Yes, you did. So I can send that to Ned so he knows what to expect.
I sent it by... Or did I email it?
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest. Don't worry, if I've got a picture... Yeah.
I'll send you that one of it. A close-up one as well.
I think what I need to do is when I do my design is draw on that framework, basically, before I start my design.
Yeah.
Well, I can't decide whether to just ignore it and say, okay, it's a stained glass window and we've got strengthening bars and forget it, or whether to try and work it in.
I always think they're never as obvious as people think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know Zoe just sticks in the cut lines, or the break lines, or whatever you want to call them, where they need to be. Not where they need to be, where they are on the windows, and not worry about how it affects the design. Yeah. I always get tied up in knots trying to incorporate them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing you'd ever do is if you went across a face.
Oh yeah,
but then you can either ignore one or use shape.
Yes, I've used shaped ones before. In a way, I think I might just ignore them because I just don't think there's a way I can design around them.
No.
And I think people look at the design and they don't really see that stuff. And in terms of tying the window, do you want to solder wires on?
Yeah, if I'll do them on site, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be easier. Yeah.
Okay. And that would go for the bottom panels as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do them.
When you put these together, and I've got the 6mm at the top of the bottom panel, and I've got the 12mm at the bottom of the panel above.
Yeah.
Do you like me to leave the top edge of the 6mm lead on, or do you want me to cut it back to the heart?
Leave it on. I'll cut it back because it gives us a little bit of
play. When I'm adjusting for that, do you want me to adjust leaving it on or adjust cutting it off? Even if I've left it on, do you want me to adjust for cutting it off?
Adjust for cutting it off, but leave it on.
All right.
Then just in case.
Yeah. Because you don't want it too small.
You don't want it too small.
Yeah.
And especially got big heavy bars to sort of hide it behind if you have to have a fuller one-on-one and so it's just give it.
Yeah, and some of those are going to be going across. Some of those might be deep heart, but that won't bother you, will it? Because it's going across the middle. It's not up the edge.
Where it hits here, but then if it's little, I can always chisel out for that.
Yes. Yeah.
If it's chiseling out a hole.
Yeah.
That's different. Sort of get it in.
Okay.
A little bit. It's fine.
All right.
Those verticals aren't going. Whereas you're looking at how much they sort of confuse this bit.
Well, I can probably put the stem of a lily, where they need to be. Yeah. Because that's just very approximate. Yeah. I've got to crawl around on the floor and... Yeah. God, it kills me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.